Hi, collective. Welcome to this reading. This is a message from Hekate. So, if you resonate with the energy of this goddess, get comfy and let's see what themes and what energies show up in today's reading. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a beautiful day. And I invite you to subscribe if you resonate with this reading or if you simply like the space that is focused to the goddess. Let's see. All right, first card that we have here is the Queen of Wands. So this is a character in the tarot that is known for being very engaged in life, in mundane and non-mundane aspects of it. So this is someone who really gives it their all in all areas. Family, health, work, previous commitments, right? Self, spirituality. This is someone who gives a lot of energy to a lot of different areas, therefore creates a balanced success, okay? And that is because of the joy, I feel, that guides them forward. The energy of fire manifests as joy, determination, but also happiness. It's like you can't fake this kind of energy. You know what I mean? When you're happy and you know it, let it show or whatever. And it's like, I feel like this energy is, again, something that infuses what you do and also fuels what you do. You can't, out of fear, stress, tiredness, sacrifice, bring so much energy to so many areas for such a long term period. But with joy, it becomes like a natural thing. It becomes second nature. It becomes something that fuels you through all areas. And I feel like that's kind of like the energy that we're guided to tap into today. Traditionally, the tarot, this is associated with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So what I'm getting here is that great fortune, great abundance, prosperity, and stability can be found for you here if you bring joy to all of these areas. And it's not like something you have to add to your to-do list, if that makes sense. Add joy to this, add joy to that. But instead, it's kind of like a mindset. And at the beginning, it may not feel as natural. You may have to fake it till you make it a little bit. But then I feel like it's going to be taking over. And very odd that we were going to mention in the same reading the goddess Hekate and Taylor Swift. I hope you're open-minded enough to be okay with that. If this is not your style of reading and you like something a little bit more, I don't know, that feels a little bit more sacred, perhaps, I might not be the reader for you. But I like to translate this into practical guidance and advice that we can very easily implement. And what this makes me think of, actually, is some videos that I was watching. I think it was, what was it? I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. That song from Taylor Swift, it has a video of her basically doing all the rehearsals and practicing and just like dancing with the, choreographers and just basically getting everything ready for her tour. And you can sense the joy, but if you really think about it, it's like massive amounts of work. Like honestly, I am not a Swiftie in particular. I mean, I like her music, and but what I admire most is her resilience, to be honest, and how she sings like 40 songs or something every single night. It's insane. It's something that I wouldn't even think the body could do. Of how like demanding physically, right? Not to mention doing it in a way that is actually, entertaining and pleasant and joyful. So what I'm trying to say here is that it's like the goddess is pointing me to this understanding that where there is joy, there is infinite amount of source energy. When there is joy, when there's a why, when there's a cause, it somehow channels amounts of energy that are limitless for you to give energy not only to all areas of your life and have a balanced life, but also to shine in all areas, to really thrive, to feel great, to feel accomplished, to really tap into your truest potential and see how far you can go. And then money, prosperity, abundance, stability becomes a natural side effect because you're joyfully putting in so much energy, so much love into everything you do. Then we have the Queen of Swords. So this is a different energy. The Queen of Swords is associated with Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, and it is someone who has a lot of power in what they say and how they say it. This is the kind of person that is going to, in a mature energy, meaning having, if this is someone who has this energy in a mature way, they're probably not going to say much. But when you ask them or give them the green light to say what they really mean, oh, they're going to say what they really mean. And it may come off as harsh, and it may come off as rude, and it may be brutal, you know? In a mature energy, I feel like people who are carrying this, they realize how brutal they can be, so they don't go around just throwing their opinion at everybody. In immature scenarios, I do feel like this energy is like not noisy, like nosy, uh, a little bit judgmental as well. So basically, what we can take away from this card is to understand that your word has a lot of power, to not use it lightly. If you have a strong belief, opinion, perspective, advice, but it is not requested, keep it to yourself. Don't cheapen the energy by throwing around your words to people who are not asking for that, because you can give the best advice in the world to someone, but if they're looking to vent instead of find a solution, they're just gonna throw it away. Okay? Save it for those who really care about what you have to say. And when you get asked about your opinion, you can be objective, you can be assertive, you can be clear to the point. You don't have to be rude for it to come off as really strong. And there is a difference. And you're advised here to contemplate that difference and dance through that line very carefully. But also see things as they are and acknowledge things, you know, objectively. Some of you here have been having perhaps issues with stability, money, or finances. Some of you may have, this is a collective reading, so it applies for any and all signs that resonate and arrive here. And I believe that if you have arrived here, it's because there's something here for you. So please go ahead and subscribe and like, it would help a lot. And it also will help you to bring these readings to you whenever they arrive. So what I see here is that some of you may have had issues with stability. Maybe you've had to move around a little bit more than you would like. Maybe you thought you were going to stay in a particular place forever, a home, city, a country, and things changed. For others of you, this could be the same, but for like your job and stuff. Maybe you thought you were going to stay in a certain company or do a certain thing forever, and then all of a sudden, things changed. So that stability and that growth, that momentum may have been interrupted several times. Basically, what they're telling you here is that if you bring joy to all of these areas, stability, fortune, finances, family, legacy, all of that is going to be automatic. It's going to be a side effect here. Now, I see you moving forward. I see progress. I see some of you moving into the future only to find yourself with someone from the past, interestingly. This could be someone who you met when you were children, someone you went to high school with or something like that, someone you haven't seen in ages. This could be old friends, cousins, family, people you were a child with, if that makes sense. And it's interesting because it's like, to meet this person, you're expected to rise. You're expected to almost like catch up to them. And when I say this, I'm not saying it in any way that is like socially perceived. It's not that you have to become successful or you have to have more money or you have to reach a certain status. No. It's about a level of consciousness. It's about a frequency. And I feel like there is a person from your past. It could even be past lives. Someone who you're gonna come into the right frequency with again. And I mean again because you have already shared time with this person in this life. And there's a journey for you to go through. And it is a gift, but it can be whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be work related. It can only be what it is. So this kind of feels like twin flame energy, but without the pressure of like, well, you have to be together romantically. That part, I feel like it's up to you. But there is something beautiful here that if you choose to go through, you can, and it's a gift. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Could be a Leo energy for some of you as well. I feel like when you're at your most mature and they are at their most mature, um, you're gonna kind of become one in a way. Yeah, beautiful. You have the sun here. But it doesn't have to be anything other than what it is, when it is. There's no need to control, there is no need to rush or slow down, no need for an outcome, no need for a conclusion. It's just let it be exactly what it is, when it is, do what feels right, when it feels right. There's no need to like spiral into it, there's no need to overthink into it. It just is. So right now, you're entering a phase of plenty. You're entering a phase in which you're going to have plenty of abundance, resources. The more organized you become, the better it's going to go, and the easier everything is going to feel. You're still coming into a time of plenty, whether you're organized or not. That's what I'm getting. But it's way more enjoyable if you are organized. If you're not, it may feel a little chaotic. It may bring stress that is really unnecessary. So manage your finances, be on top of things, and create systems. Because there could be an influx of subscribers, uh, like website visitors, emails coming in, clients rushing in, projects, contracts. There could be like a big influx of that. And if you don't have systems to sort of like deal with that, it may get a little out of control. It's still a good thing, but you're being reminded of your strength, and you are someone who reminds others of their strength as well. It's part of your mission. There's no need to rush anything into being. Enjoy everything in the present moment. Enjoy every bit of it. If you like Taylor Swift, watch that video. I can do it with a broken heart. The sun is the best card in the whole tarot. This is where you're going. And you have in the same reading, you have these two. The Ten of Pentacles and the Sun. So this is prosperity, abundance, stability, clarity, good luck, blessings coming in, pouring in, good health, good vibes, joy, and happiness. So you're good, okay? You are good. The more joy and gratitude you bring into your everyday, the more you're gonna feel the blessings. If you allow your mind to be center stage in default setting of being negative and spiraling and overthinking, it's like you're gonna go through all of these blessings, but you're not gonna feel like you're going through all of these blessings. You're gonna feel worried constantly, stressed constantly. And that's not the point of these blessings, okay? So that is the message that I'm receiving today. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!